city staff and fellow Burbank residents. I want to give a special shout out to all the city staff involved with helping with the fires. That was pretty amazing work. It was scary, but it's really great to see the situation over and taken care of. I also want to acknowledge the horrific, dehumanizing, and unconstitutional actions taken by this fascist presidential administration. I stand in solidarity with our immigrant community. I see members of the city council out on the streets and on social media seeking answers and promising to help defend our community. That's what leadership looks like to me. On the topic of housing, I'd like to draw attention to Burbank corporate landlords' latest astroturfing effort called Burbank Fair Housing PAC. They're essentially working on riling up landlords to push back against any sort of regulations or protections that could affect their business profits. They have a YouTube page, and one of the videos they have is titled, How to Use AI to Write an Email to Council Members. I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. I hope people aren't using AI to write to council members. I think it's in some ways, it's a dangerous thing for tenants to get up here and speak with concerns about retaliation and harassment, and it's a big deal for us to email you and to speak up, and I hope that there aren't bad faith efforts in this regard. So I do want to talk about who some of these corporate landlords are involved with this PAC. They refer to themselves as local mom and pops. Well, someone mentioned that there's available tools to analyze housing data, and I actually used one of these commercially available real estate tools, and I can tell you a little bit about some of these landlords who come up and speak. A few of them don't actually live in Burbank, but rather Encino, Glendale, and Sun Valley. Several of them own 3 or more houses. I call that house hoarding. Many of them own more than a dozen rental units. I don't think that's a small mom and pop. And of these self-declared local mom and pops, very few are actually local and small, not hidden behind LLCs, corporations, and trusts. So I grew up in a large household, 2 siblings and 3 step-siblings, that's 6 kids, and we had a saying at the dinner table, make sure everyone has a plate of food before you grab seconds. Folks are claiming to be mom and pop landlords who own 7 houses, while we fight for the privilege of a safe and affordable home. These are not housing providers, they're housing hoarders. Resource hoarding is selfish and it harms our community. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Our next speaker